Hi everybody, so today I'm going to actually teach you how to make one of my all-time favorite meals. I eat this probably at least once a week, if not more, and I call it specialty because my grandma, one of my grandmas, used to make this and she never really had a name for it, and so I learned how to make it when I was just a kid back in the 70s. I actually had grandma write me out the little recipe. And I was not even a teenager at that point when I learned, and I've been making it ever since. When I was a kid, I used to make it for my family. Now I make it for me all the time. So all you need is a regular potato. You're going to boil a potato. So let me just show you that where I'm boiling potatoes. Okay. That's just one like regular russet Idaho type potato. And for me, I only need one because that's going to actually provide me with about two helpings. If you have a larger family, you cook however many potatoes you need for your family. And all you're going to do is boil them. And so and that takes anywhere, depending on where you live and how many potatoes you're going to cook, anywhere from about 30 to 40 minutes. So I'm letting it boil, and I'll come back to you when I'm going to cook the other stuff, which is really fast. Okay, so when your potatoes get, when you take your fork and test your potatoes, if they're soft, which mine are, and it actually didn't take very long, it only took about 20 minutes, then they're essentially done. I'm going to let them cook just a little bit more, although I am going to turn the heat down from high to low while they cook. And then all you need is some hamburger, any kind of regular old hamburger that you like, and then chicken gumbo soup, Campbell's chicken gumbo soup. Okay, all you're going to do is break the hamburger up in your pan and you're going to brown it up. So I'll be back with you when it's brown, which will only take a couple minutes. Okay, so I'm browning the burger, and as I do it, I'm kind of breaking it up into smaller chunks than what I was able to put it in originally. I'm just using this spatula to do it. You can see that. It browns up really quick, and all you got to do is get it so that the hamburger is completely cooked. Now I'm going to put a little bit of pepper on this, but I'm not putting any salt because it needs no salt. It's going to have salt in the soup. Now all you need on hamburger wise is I wouldn't think that anybody, even a large family with like 4 to 6 people, would need more than like a pound of hamburger. I don't even use that much. I probably use about a half pound of hamburger, but that's because I always eat 2 servings. If you're just feeding yourself and you're not a very big eater, you would even need less than that. And then, like I said, if you're single, 1 potato is good. If you're a couple, 2 potatoes is good. And if you're a family, 4 or 5. And potatoes are cheap. Hamburger is not really that expensive. So this is a really economical meal. Okay, so as you can see, that was really fast. I am going to actually drain the grease from this. I like to use a little bit of a higher fat meat, and then I just drain the grease off. It makes the meat a little bit juicier, and I'm not really a fan of dry meat, so I use a higher fat meat, and then I just drain the grease out, which I will be doing. Okay, and now that the grease is drained, I use Campbell's chicken gumbo soup. So in case Campbell's wants me to be some kind of a spokesperson, I have used Campbell's chicken gumbo soup since 1976, which is actually the year I first learned how to make this. Okay, you take the soup, you dump it right into the pan with the meat and stir it up. Okay, some of you may use more than one can. I only use one because for me it's enough. The other thing I use is some green giant sliced mushrooms. Green giant, in case you need me, I'm here. I'm going to throw just a little bit of extra mushrooms into the mix, just because I happen to like mushrooms. You don't have to put them in, but if you like mushrooms, those are really good. Which I've also been using the same mushrooms since the 70s too. In fact, my mom and dad probably used those same mushrooms since before that. Okay, and all I'm doing is getting the soup hot. I'm not trying to get the soup to disappear, because you want to keep a little bit of the juice. And I'm heating up the mushrooms. So that's the only reason why I'm even still cooking. Okay, essentially the meat is done. The potatoes are done. I actually use, just in case y'all care, I use fine china because I can. Actually, it was china from one of my family members who got divorced, and they won and they gave it to me. So you just take, I cut my potatoes when I cook them into quarters, so I usually take 2 quarters. 2 quarters, and you put them on the plate. And then you just mash them up on the plate right there in the dead center. I'm not decorating the potatoes with milk or butter or anything, because I happen to like them cooked just this way. You can put milk and butter in them if you like. So as you can see, the potatoes are there. Here's the stuff, and now I just take some scoops of the soup with the burger. Put a couple of scoops on to cover it up so it's almost like gravy. You can use a spoon to help get some of the soup on the potatoes, but that's delicious looking. Whoops. And let me just tell you, it tastes awesome. One of my very favorite meals. I call it specialty. I learned it from my grandma back in the 70s. Hopefully you like it as well, if you give it a try. Okay. Come back and eat with me some other time. Talk to you later.